Welcome to my channel. In today's video, we're diving into why Tobirama is more powerful than most people realize.
Tobirama Senju is often overshadowed by the overwhelming, almost godlike power of his older brother, Hashirama Senju, and the legendary status of Madara Uchiha. In a world dominated by tales of monstrous strength and epic battles, figures like Tobirama are frequently underestimated or relegated to supporting roles in history's grand narrative. Yet, to view him as anything less than extraordinary is a profound misjudgment. Tobirama was far more than just a powerful shinobi. He was a master strategist, a brilliant inventor, and a tactician whose mind helped shape the modern shinobi world. While others were celebrated for their raw power, Tobirama's true strength lay in his ability to change the course of history through innovation, intellect, and an unyielding will to win.
If you've ever thought of him as a secondary figure, always in the shadow of Hashirama and Madara, you're not seeing the full picture. Here's why Tobirama Senju is far more powerful than you think. The Master of Invention. Tobirama Senju's greatest weapon was his unparalleled intellect. He didn't just win battles, he revolutionized how battles were fought. His legacy as a tactician and innovator is unmatched, with several groundbreaking techniques that changed the course of ninja history. Flying Raijin Hiraishin no Jutsu. This technique alone cements Tobirama as one of the deadliest figures in history.
It grants instantaneous teleportation, rendering traditional speed-based attacks and defenses useless. With this, he could appear and strike before his opponents even realized he was there.
Shadow Clone Jutsu, Kage Bunshin no Jutsu.
While Naruto later popularized it, Tobirama originally developed this technique to gather intelligence and overwhelm enemies. Unlike simple distractions, each clone was a reflection of his own power, making it a powerful strategic tool in battle.
Reanimation Jutsu, Edo Tensei. Perhaps his most controversial creation, this technique allowed Tobirama to resurrect legendary warriors of the past. With this, he could tip the scales of any war by bringing back the greatest fighters, turning the tide of battle in his favor. Tandem Explosive Tags. A devastating and ingenious technique that showcases Tobirama's tactical brilliance.
By using reanimated bodies in conjunction with endless chains of explosive tags, he could create continuous, self-sustaining explosions that trap opponents in an inescapable barrage. This technique was nearly impossible to counter once initiated, turning the battlefield into a relentless storm of destruction.
Analytical combat prowess.
Tobirama wasn't just a master of combat, he was the undisputed king of battlefield control. His approach was far beyond raw strength. He operated with the precision of a supercomputer in the heat of battle, processing every move, every decision, and every factor in the environment.
Sensor mastery. Tobirama's sensory abilities were nothing short of extraordinary.
With a mere touch of his finger to the ground, he could detect enemy movements miles away. He didn't just sense their presence, he could pinpoint their numbers, assess their strength, and even deduce their lineage. Every detail was laid bare before him, giving him an almost terrifying edge in any fight.
Tactical adaptation.
One of his most remarkable traits was his ability to swiftly adapt to his opponents.
Tobirama was the first to understand that Uchiha power was deeply tied to their emotions.
This insight gave him an unparalleled ability to exploit their weaknesses.
Where others saw raw power, Tobirama saw vulnerabilities.
He struck with surgical precision, always exploiting the cracks in his enemy's armor.
Offensive prowess, water manipulation. While many shinobi could wield water style, Tobirama's mastery was unmatched.
Unlike others, he didn't need a nearby water source to unleash devastating techniques. With sheer control over his chakra, he could conjure torrents of pressurized water at will.
Within the water style, Water Dragon and Water Severing Wave are his signature moves, both embodying the raw power and precision that Tobirama could wield with ease.
These techniques weren't just powerful, they were perfected to the point where they could cut through stone, slice thick roots, and even breach the toughest defensive barriers.
The no-nonsense shinobi. Unlike other shinobi who let emotions or personal codes guide their battles, Tobirama was all about efficiency and pragmatism. His approach was simple: fight to win, and do it fast. He was the one to perfect the kill first, ask questions later mentality, removing threats swiftly, ensuring they couldn't escalate or cause more harm. In conclusion, Tobirama Senju's true power lies not just in his raw strength, but in his intellect and innovations that changed the ninja world. His techniques, like flying Raijin, shadow clone jutsu, and Edo Tensei, reshaped battle tactics, while his strategic brilliance and adaptability made him a master of battlefield control. Tobirama's no-nonsense, efficient approach to combat, combined with his unparalleled mastery of water style, made him a force to be reckoned with. Far more than just a supporting character, Tobirama's legacy proves he was one of the most formidable shinobi to ever live.